This place impresses me every time I come here. It's so magnificent, but still so elegant.
We'll just wait here. We don't want to cause any extra trouble for you.
Ayako wouldn't mind.
Honestly, even if we did come with you, we wouldn't know what to say or do once we were inside. So we'll just leave you to it.
All right then, we won't be long.
I'm sure the Kamisato clan will be fine.
Without looking at the board, you've ruined my strategy in one move. Amazing. Now what should I do next?
Ayaka, Toma, it's us!
Hey guys, it's been a while. If you're looking for my lady, I'm afraid she's not here right now.
Oh? That voice. Toma, would that happen to be the traveler?
Yes.
Greetings, traveler. Ayaka speaks of you constantly. Finally, today is the day. I am head of the Kamisato clan and Yashiro commissioner, Kamisato Ayato. Greetings, both. I have long been indebted to you on my sister's behalf. Finally, I have the chance to express my profoundest gratitude to you in person. Ayaka is out today. If you are here regarding anything related to the Kamisato clan, you are quite welcome to discuss it with me instead.
Oh, hi! Your flattering words flatter us. Please excuse the sudden...
Why on earth are you talking like that?
Well, he seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his way up Paimon's list of people to never mess with. Look! As soon as he stands up, the whole atmosphere in the room changes, and it feels like you gotta be super polite.
You shower me with praise undeserved, my little guest. There is no need to be quite so formal. This is a private residence.
Oh, good. 'Cause that whole spiel was really tiring just now. Alright, now that that's over, Paimon's just gonna ask the question. We heard a rumor that Kujou Kamaji and Hiiragi Chisato are gonna get married soon. Do you know anything about that?
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd heard about. I see. Well, it's true. It was the head clans of two commissions are to become joined through marriage. This is, since the Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs, it closely involves us, too.
Yes. And since the commissions are kind of the face of the Almighty Shogun to the masses, this wedding is one that we have...
Right! Makes sense. Two true lovers becoming husband and wife. What a happy occasion.
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between two commissions are extremely rare.
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to send the best wishes...
No need. I'll visit them personally.
Huh? But you have other...
This is a marriage between the Kujou clan and the Hiiragi clan. The Kamisato clan must demonstrate an appropriate... The work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious. Normally, weddings and other ceremonies would come under... But she is presently occupied with other matters, and I happen to have a little time to spare. This will be a good chance... Oh, and would you two care to join me? I presume you two have a special connection with the individuals in question, or you would not be quite so interested in... This being the case, why not come and offer your best wishes too?
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. No special connections here. Super ordinary ones, actually. We just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although wait, does that mean we... Alright then.
I cannot thank you enough. Your mere presence shall surely mean we are spared the futile pursuit.
Wait, you're the Yashiro commissioner, but you can't do small talk?
Small talk is a chore. Of course, there are some people in the world. Toma, I'm heading out with my 2 guests now. I'll leave the rest.
Not a problem. Take care, my lord.
Ah, you're finally...
Yashiro Commissioner!
Who are...
They're friends of ours. Paimon will do the introductions.
So it's true. Well, there we have it. That's it.
Great, so our hunch was spot on.
It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you. So I would be much obliged if you could keep it in strict confidence.
Don't worry, sir. We give you our word.
That puts my mind at ease. Now, on the topic. We'd like to pay a visit to the Kujou clan. Would you mind leading the way for us?
Of course not. I'd be honored.
I guess this is where
Aw, cheer up, Shinnojou.
I'll try.
Then, please excuse me. I'll leave you to it from here.
Okay. Thanks, Ippei. I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a more extravagant reception.
I don't mean to impose, Sir Kujou. In fact, I'm not here on official business at all. I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be. Given the close ties between our clans, it seemed only right that I should come and offer the KAMISATO clan's
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much of a surprise.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryou Commission have slowly started to stabilize. I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm up to the task, so I can live up to every—
You're far too modest. The public thinks very highly of you. They say you're hardworking, upright.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have achieved anything without the support of my people. Thanks to them, everything is gradually stabilizing. And I finally had the chance to focus a little on my personal—
Well, you're certainly making big progress in that department.
Come on now, you're embarrassing me. Pardon me,
It's perfectly all right. Please, continue. I'm quite content to listen. It's a joyous occasion. Light-hearted is exactly how things should be. Really, who stays stony-faced when talking about a wedding?
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on the whole thing? Do you—
Of course not. Where there is true love, no doubt people will offer you a colorful variety of opinions. But of course, you will have factored this into your decision, and—
Indeed I am.
So please be confident. When your mind is made up, you ought not be worried about things for which you are all— Nevertheless, there is just one small aspect of this that puzzles—
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, Lady Hiiragi's father, if you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiiragi and Kujou clans, the kinds of rumors that may begin to spread both among the general public and in the Kanjou Commission.
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for quite a while now. Hiiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate in secret by sending letters. So although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage, it may well be the only opportunity.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined to make as much trouble for us as possible.
I can see where you're coming from, but you're only postponing the problem, not solving it. You will still have to...
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything, how can I disappoint her? Well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet her and have a serious conversation about our future. It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter. So coy.
Huh? Really?
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing. She really committed to it. I'll never forget the look on her face.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending, so I played along and said, I was only joking about the letter, and then I proposed. After making some disgruntled noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that afternoon working through all the details of the wedding.
Okay. So you discussed it and decided on a date?
We did. I guess it was a chance to finally express our commitment to one. And you know what? I think it was about time. No matter what happens next, I will always be there for her as the one person she can always rely on.
Oh, give me a break. Sorry, but Paimon's been wanting to say this the whole time. Is it just this dude, or does everyone in love act like this? He just won't stop talking.
Apologies, my friends. And also to Sir Kamisato. I must sound like a fool.
Far from it. On the contrary, seeing you so positively smitten, no surer evidence could there be of your true feelings and your commitment. If I had any reservations before, I certainly don't now. I wish you a joyous wedding when the day comes.
Yeah, even if it's kinda irritating to see you all smug like this, it's still a happy occasion. Good luck on the day, and have a happy wedding!
Thank you all. It means a lot.
We have some other business to attend to now. Until...
Very well. I'll see you out.
He seems busy. That must be true for anyone about to get married, right? It's a happy kind of busy, though.
You're right. Kujou Kamaji is on cloud 9. What do you think, Traveler? He chalked it up to her being coy, but that doesn't sound like the Hiiragi. It bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth of the matter would likely be fruitless.
Yeah, how come? Whenever we come across stuff like this on our adventures, we always find a way to get to the bottom.
I see. So that's how adventure... In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information to go on, and I must be cautious about taking a stance. This makes it difficult to investigate. Secondly, and more importantly, the person involved doesn't seem to care. If we intervene without his blessing, good intentions may lead to catastrophic results.
You do have a point. Kamaji doesn't seem worried at all.
Everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. It would be inefficient. Sort of. I have to take this approach, or the work of the Yashiro. My opinion is something like this. When something strange happens, instead of trying to find out what could have caused it, if the outcome is positive, and no one was deceived or harmed in the process, then it is acceptable. We don't know yet. After all, we don't know what Hiiragi Chisato's thoughts are, do we? I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting. Most insightful of you.
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already talked everything.
Only if we are to take Kujou Kamaji at his word. But there are two sides to every story. I wish to know Hiiragi Chisato's angle on this.
Huh. Makes sense, but...
Don't worry about it. I was planning to visit the Hiiragi clan to deliver my best wishes anyway. Let's take the opportunity to hear if she's as committed as Kujou Kamaji. Perhaps they can navigate the challenges ahead successfully. Well, life isn't always a smooth journey.
There is still much to prepare for the wedding. Should we also invite some prominent business leaders who frequently visit Ritou?
At the very least, we should say...
I agree. Ah, hello there, Yashiro Commissioner.
To what do we owe the honor on this fine day?
As it happens, I'm here regarding the same wedding I believe I heard you discussing just now. I come bearing the felicitations of the KAMISATO clan. Would Lady Hiiragi happen to be available at this moment?
Our lady is entertaining guests right now, and we're not entirely sure how long...
But please, do come in. We will arrange some tea and snacks for you and your attendants.
Hey! Paimon is not an attendant!
You misunderstand. These two are dear friends.
You're too kind.
We don't wish to impose. We'll just wander around in the general area. Apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparations. Please, let us know once Lady Hiiragi is available.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. This wedding is a joyful occasion, and all the other clans who serve the Hiiragi clan are most delighted. We're merely doing the best we can to make this wedding as grand an affair as possible.
When the time comes, we'll invite everyone in the clan and even the general public to attend.
That sounds splendid. We'll leave you to it.
Take care, Commissioner.
Seems like you guys talked a lot without actually saying anything.
Hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind. I spotted a stall on our way over where we can pass the time. The owner always manages to come up with novel ideas. I'm one of his regular customers.
Oh, it's Tanuki!
Ah, it's you! Good to see you again. Seems like you're always showing up with a VIP in tow.
Oh? So you know the owner as well?
Yep, we tried his dango milk a while back with the almighty shogun in Inazuma City.
Ah, I see. So you were involved in... I'd caught wind of this dango milk, but I didn't know that it had anything to do with you two. I always order one of his creative drinks whenever I pass the stall. The flavor is always new and interesting. When I noticed he'd set up shop in Ritou, I simply had to come by.
Thanks to you all, my business is finally beginning to take off. More and more people are willing to give my creative cuisine. It gave me the confidence to decide that I'm gonna stick to creative cuisine from now on. On the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my culinary creations. On the other hand, I wanted my customers to experience the joy of being. So I gave it a lot of thought and finally came up with an all.
Sounds interesting. What is it this?
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts of ingredients, and they pick and choose whatever they want to mix with their milk or tea. As well as dango, I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar, and sunsettia.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine, but who knows? It could.
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here? Would that be okay?
Well, I guess so. Any novel ideas you have, Commissioner, please feel free to tell me. I'll go buy the whole idea was to let my customers express their creativity freely. So of course, I shouldn't place restrictions on the ingredients if I can.
Excellent. There are a few things I'd like to try. Lavender melon, seagrass, and sea ganoderma.
What? You want to mix those with...
I do indeed. Why?
You really think that's gonna turn out tasting good?
It's all about the experience. The taste is secondary. It's great to try new things. Traveler, any thoughts?
Sounds like a risky choice. Are you sure? Well...
3 milks with lavender melon, please.
No problem. Give me a second, I'll have them ready in just a moment. Here, your milk is ready. Give it a try.
Yep, just as Paimon suspected. Raw lavender melon does not taste...
I think it tastes all right. It makes me feel in touch with Mother Nature.
Your review seemed pretty positive, but Paimon still thinks there are better combinations.
Taste is your key concern, yes?
Obviously! Tasty food and drinks are some of life's most important
Well said. If I could say the same was true for me, I believe I'd be a very Yes. No one has unlimited energy, and I try to conserve mine for the things that really count. To create some mental breathing room, I try not to overthink the less critical matter. Having my sister attend public events in my stead, and having Toma as housekeeper has also been a great help, and allowed me to focus.
We're just passing the time here, though, right? Is there anything else to think about than what we're doing?
1 or 2 things. Let's continue this discussion somewhere else. I noticed something before we left the Hiiragi clan's residence. No, it was just a small detail. I was curious to know their thoughts on the wedding, so I asked. Naturally, they responded that all other clans are happy for the Hiiragi clan. But that's not the truth.
What do you mean?
Hiiragi Shinsuke is still in prison, meaning the Kanjou Commission is the least stable in the Tri-Commission. Hiiragi Chisato is the sole remaining pillar of her clan, but now she plans to marry into the Kujou clan. If I belonged to one of the assisting clans to the Hiiragis, I would not be feeling optimistic about the future. But they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them. These are not unintelligent people. I highly doubt it is because they simply do not... I imagine they didn't want to discuss family issues in front of outsiders. But still, the more I think back over that conversation, the more it doesn't sit right. Keep a close eye on them, Hisashi.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quietly watching out for us this whole...
Merely doing my duty, sir.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we met today.
Well received. I'm on the case.
Oh, and I almost forgot. That milk I just had? Please order one more.
As you wish, sir.
Oh no, poor Toma.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiiragi's previous engagement is now concluded. She's waiting for you in the courtyard.
Thank you kindly. Let's go and see Hiiragi Chisato.
Chisato?
I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests, but I didn't know it was you two.
It's been a while, Lady Hiiragi. How have you been faring?
This is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not often that I have the chance to meet you, let alone here, and you must be so busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and congratulate Kamaji and I.
But of course, the Tri-Commission are the servants of the Shogun, and we should look out for one another. In fact, we visited Sir Kujou just now. It's clear that he's very much looking forward to the wedding. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated myself. I sincerely wish you a joyful wedding and a blissful marriage.
Thank you for... This was not an easy decision to make. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir. But come what may, we will stand as one and face whatever the future throws at us together.
Sounds like things are pretty tough for you, Chisato.
Yes. To be honest, But Kamaji has been so supportive. His promises have comforted me.
It sounds like you have some considerable reservations, Lady Hiiragi.
Yes. Well, there's... In case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now. I was in fact meeting with one of the...
Oh! Really? Him?
Mm-hmm. He charged in all of a sudden and said that he had something very important to He didn't mince his words. Basically, he doesn't want me to marry Kamaji. He has always been a calm and contained person who never acts out of line. But despite all that, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry into the Kujou clan, that pillar is taken away.
It's just two families becoming one big family though, right? What's the big deal?
Traditionally, in Inazuma, clan affiliation influences every facet of life. After the wedding, Lady Hiiragi will belong to the Kujou clan. The Kanjou Commission's attitude toward you may undergo some significant changes thereafter.
Precisely. This is a terrible thing to be saying, but I'm starting to have second thoughts. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm making my guests listen to me complaining.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now that I've heard your concerns, I should offer to help you as best... Now, we heard from Sir Kujou that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he received from you. But we've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Kujou thought that perhaps you were just being coy. Oh, dear.
What? But that was... It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it? It was clearly purpose...
Fancy lettering, you say? So I am to understand that had it not been for this letter, you two may not have chosen this moment to be wed?
When it comes down to it... Yes, I think so.
Sir Kujou maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh? But then,
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. In that sense, you could say that, who knows, perhaps Sir Kujou was the one being coy. After all, he had no particular reason to be forthcoming with us about...
I understand. But my position does matter. Kamaji, but now,
Marriage is the most important decision of your life. Don't let yourself regret it. It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job to help people through difficult times. I say this as an advocate for you personally, and for the Hiiragi clan. Please, do not be compelled by circumstances to be together with the one you love is a sacred thing. It is my earnest wish that both of you...
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over, we will excuse ourselves.
Oh, wait! Let me see you out.
Thank you, Lady Hiiragi, but there will be no need. Traveler, let's find somewhere to talk.
Hiiragi Chisato is on a totally different page than Kujou Kamaji. Ayato, why did you give her such vague suggestions? Couldn't you just have told her what you'd do in her position? 'Cause Paimon's pretty sure you have an idea.
I've said everything I can, given the Yashiro Commission's stance. Interfering too much with other commissions' domestic issues will only create trouble. The more I think about it, the stranger this all seems. But Hiiragi Chisato has yet to see it. We must be vigilant.
Strange? In what way?
Someone wants Hiiragi Chisato to be married as soon as possible, and if my guess is right, it is someone from within the Kanjou Commission. This person is presumably also responsible for the mysterious and misleading letter. Think about this. A lowly officer is greatly worried about Hiiragi Chisato's future, while the heads of the supporting clans ostensibly have no concern at all. When someone's words and actions do not match, you need to infer their intentions from their behavior. Yes, it's a smart strategy. Far superior to the one adopted by the Tenryou Commission. Even had the forged letter failed and been seen for what it was, there would have been no repercussions. They could simply have explained it away as a misguided but well-meaning matchmaking attempt by a member of the But if the letter were to achieve its goal, as it has so far, the perpetrator would successfully weaken the Hiiragi clan without ever having to lift a finger against them. With Hiiragi Chisato having married into the Kujou clan and the head of the Hiiragi clan in prison, challenges to the Hiiragi clan's leadership would begin to emerge throughout the ranks of the Kanjou Commission. Eventually, and actually we have evidence. His name is Shinnojou.
Shinnojou?
He should be back by...
Yes, sir.
That's the second time you've done...
Did they take one of the Kanjou Commission officers away?
Yes. His name is Shinnojou.
As I expected. They cannot afford to let this opportunity pass them by. They have to act. Hiiragi Chisato had been persuaded by Kujou Kamaji, and the wedding was sure to go ahead. But after Chisato's meeting with Shinnojou, she began to have second thoughts. In their eyes, Officer Shinnojou has...
But why did they suspect him and not us?
Someone was eavesdropping on our conversation with Chisato the entire time.
No way! Whew. Lucky. But Chisato got what you meant about the letter.
I think so. But whoever is behind this will not allow their plan to fail now. They will not be inclined to respect Hiiragi. Her stance was so passive that she was easily manipulated, treated like a pawn, with even her marriage becoming a battleground for political power. Despite all of this, she still believed when she formally marries into the Kujou clan, she will lose her title as daughter of the Hiiragi clan, her position in the Kanjou.
Marriage is such a trap.
Easier said than done. The perpetrators are manipulating everything from the shadows, letting unsuspecting pawns. We, meanwhile, are out in the open. If we attempt to stop this wedding from happening, we will become the villains of the story and face immense public back.
So what are we gonna do?
At this stage, if the perpetrators wish to maintain control over the situation, their only option is to come out from the shadows and bear. But first things first, we must go and rescue Shinnojou. He has done nothing wrong and does not deserve to be punished. Tell me where Shinnojou is. We'll head off right...
Reduced to just standing around. How
doing? Release Shinnojou this instant!
Stop this at once.
It's the Yashiro, Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our master. No one else.
Really? Then please...
Battle formation! Soldiers, quick!
I must withdraw.
Get them!
Be still.
Soldiers,
mind the deluge.
Withdraw. Escape. I must withdraw.
Blast. Let's go. We must report to Master right away.
Hey, get back here!
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish anyway. Leave them. I think I saw a key fall to the ground during the fight. Let's free Shinnojou first. But in all the chaos, it must have been kicked to one side.
What the? It's a tanuki? Oh, don't tell Paimon.
Let's follow it and see.
Thank you. Thank you. It was terrifying. They said they were gonna throw the cage into the sea with me still inside. Oh, wait! You have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding. It's all part of a scheme. Someone's trying to use the wedding.
Calm down, Shinnojou. It's okay. We know about—
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, everything is unfolding rather as we expected. Those behind this plan are not going to give up easily. Their next move is imminent. We must devise sufficient countermeasures.
Yashiro Commissioner, you're personally going to take action?
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability of all Inazuma is at stake. The almighty Shogun has always despised these pathetic power games. As a
that's true.
Shinnojou, don't return to your post yet. Find somewhere safe and stay hidden. Traveler, Paimon, let's get out of here.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner, I hear you showed up here with no explanation and attacked my men. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret mission?
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible official of Inazuma, I could not Shinnojou may be your retainer, but the law does not grant you the—
Abuse! Nonsense! I was just teaching him a lesson. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiiragi and start spouting out the most absurd and insulting I dare say, the poor lady was terrified.
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for his actions?
But two people from two different clans are getting married. That's all there is to it. And yet this young gentleman took it upon himself to fabricate a nonsensical— Even if she marries into the Kujou clan, Lady Hiiragi will always be the daughter of the Hiiragi clan, and the most— We are, and always will be, her loyal assistants. It's our loyalty and duty are our guiding principles. Not only did this guard show no regard for either, he went out of his way to— Even if we put it down to a rare moment of impulsivity. I have to—
Darn it! This guy is good. Annoyingly good.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. There's not been a dull moment since I took up my post in the Yashiro. For instance, a merchant from abroad once told me about a curious kind of bird with the most extraordinarily long tongue. So long, in fact, I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself could be able to guess what people do with these unusual avians.
Keep them as pets.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, this bird is of no use to humans whatsoever, and certainly doesn't make a suitable pet. The reason they give is this. The longest tongue has the most to say. But don't be deceived.
I say, Yashiro Commissioner, are you here?
Far from it. In my mind, the Kanjou Commission is made up of honorable individuals. It is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering, all as part of—
Yashiro Commissioner, please don't make accusations without—
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him— Ugh, dear me. I can't believe the Grand Matsura clan is now represented by— You studied hard and took a government position, only to make it to where you are now just to play these petty power games behind the scenes. I'm not— In your years of service to the Shogun, not only have you managed to glean nothing good from the people around you, you have also let yourself be blinded by self-interest. I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura.
Is that right? Then tell me, if this is at most a Kanjou Commission issue, we'll handle this amongst— You are reaching rather outside of your bounds, Yashiro Commissioner. If you seek to involve yourself in other clans' affairs, might I be so bold then, as to question— I think you are simply opposed to an alliance between the Kanjou Commission and Tenryou Commission, because the new balance of power in the Tri-Commission would be— So you come here with an elaborate excuse to try and break up this marriage.
So, that's how you view it. Well, I have to admit...
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is going to happen, and nothing is going to... The notices have already been sent out. All of Inazuma City knows most of the public weren't aware that Kujou Kamaji and Hiiragi Chisato were courting. But you can bet, it's all anybody's... Once the notices go out, that's it. The wedding is a short...
I see.
So suddenly, we see...
I had expected you to at least be smarter than most.
KAMISATO AYATO!
You've made your move. Now...
What do you mean?
Do you seriously think this marriage will bring the Kanjou Commission and the Tenryou Commission together? Isn't it at all possible that the Kanjou Commission becomes... Goodness me. Well, I've learned a great deal from talking to you.
Hey! What was all that?
They had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. As I said, they ended up coming out from the shadows and revealing themselves. Let's see how things are in Inazuma City. Then, I'll take you through the details of my...
Look at this. The daughter of the Kanjou Commission's Hiiragi clan and the master of the Tenryou Commission's Kujou clan.
Sounds like an all-around perfect match, don't you think?
For sure. I'm just surprised. It seems very sudden. I hadn't heard a single word about it until now.
Good luck to them, I say. I'm sure it must have been a hard decision.
Looks like the wedding is definitely going ahead.
It's still too early to make that conclusion. Our adversary wants to push this marriage past the point. But only if Kujou Kamaji is willing to help us.
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially announced. It seems so sudden. I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, about that.
I see. So someone's trying to take advantage of our marriage.
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal. But we must take Lady Hiiragi's situation into consideration.
I've previously considered this possibility. But in the end, we're getting married for true love. And I've promised her that I'll do everything in my power to...
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, she should not need your protection. Or, to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady Hiiragi will need your help to get through the hard times ahead, which perhaps suggests that, deep down... I don't mean to criticize you. It is natural to want to protect our loved ones. You're an intelligent and gentle person, and I'm sure you would have been able to think about this more objectively were you not so emotionally involved in the situation. I'm sure you admire Lady Hiiragi for being the independent, gentle, resilient, and strong-willed person she is. For the sake of marrying you, this wonderful woman will become someone who has to depend on you for the rest of her life. Are you really okay with that?
I love her with all my heart, and would do anything to make her happy. That's why I cannot abide to see her suffer or be manipulated by... Yashiro, Commissioner, you're right. It was naive and selfish of me to take things this far. But it's too late now, isn't it? There are notices everywhere.
I have a plan, but it needs a villain. Sir Kujou, in order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. But are you willing to help?
If there's a way to salvage this, then let's hear it.
I've told the people at the Kanjou Commission that the marriage isn't going to unify the Kanjou Commission and the Tenryou Commission. The context for this is that they are planning to use this marriage to bring down the Hiiragi clan. And the key to their success is coming up against no resistance to them. But what if we were to imagine for a moment that since the affairs of the Vision Hunt decree, the Tenryou Commission has been planning to make... The only reason you have been hesitant to act since taking over the Tenryou Commission is because you care about Lady Hiiragi's feelings. And so, your plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission, to marry her and bring her out of the Kanjou Commission. Once that is achieved, as the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission, you no longer have any reason to hesitate.
I see. This is an ingenious plan. It takes advantage of the situation perfectly.
Exactly. Our purpose is to change Lady Hiiragi's position from an unnecessary burden to an indispensable asset. By doing so, we can even strengthen her position in the Kanjou Commission. Once our adversaries realize how the network of connections behind the scenes really looks, they'll do their utmost to stop this wedding from happening. Then, we simply leave them to clear up the mess they've created.
Got it.
So the network of connections? This is a...
We have to make sure that the behind-the-scenes story comes to the attention of our dear friends in the Kanjou. Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. No doubt he'll be... In that case, he will almost certainly have placed informants throughout Inazuma City. What we need to do is to use these informants as a breeding ground for our fake intel. Sir Kujou, there are certain things that I need you to... It's almost time. My ninja has located one of the informants. Let's go and see if he'll take the bait.
Shogun must have her reasons.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
That person is one of Matsura's informants. Let's follow him. Be careful not to get seen.
Did you see that? Sir Kujou Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryou Commission has sent a load of people to Ritou. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujou Kamaji being overcautious. The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
He ran off!
As expected. Let's follow him.
Tenryou Commission is here.
Excuse me, has something happened on this road? I'm a businessman passing through, and it's a little disconcerting to see this place so heavily guarded.
Ah, please don't be alarmed. As I'm sure you've heard, the wedding of Sir Kujou decided to send for Lady Hiiragi ahead of time, and have her live in Inazuma City during the run-up.
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiiragi. Not just us, either. You'll see more Tenryou Commission members as you go further along. We're all here for the same duty. Sir Kujou holds Lady Hiiragi in the highest regard, and wants to treat her with the utmost respect.
I understand. Sorry to disturb your work. Drat. It's exactly as Master feared. They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiiragi to leave Ritou. Wait, no. If Lady Hiiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. But we're in no state to defend against the Tenryou Commission attack. I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again!
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. In this atmosphere, mounting suspicion will nurture fear among the Kanjou Commission. Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment. The calm before the storm is always the part that unsettles people.
Are they really gonna own up and apologize? Just like that?
If you're curious to find out, you can visit the Hiiragi clan in Ritou in a couple of days. I have some other business to attend to, so I won't be spending any more time on this situation. In any case, we've made our move. It's only a matter of time before they give up and surrender. This is not my first time. Well then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiiragi Chisato's best interests.
He left kind of abruptly. Are things really gonna turn out like he predicted? Paimon too. Well, let's go to...
The damn will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
I've been to the outside world before.
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. We're stuck in limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of everything. He's been yelling at me a lot. I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do? I've told him before.
Yeah, good advice. With him, you just know that whatever he's doing, a lot of if Lady Hiiragi is really taken away, then what will the Tenryou Commission do?
Maybe we should tell Master to discuss things with Lady Hiiragi.
Those memories. So dark.
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here 2 days ago to escort Lady Hiiragi to Inazuma City. Sir Kujou Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. But every time we attempt to receive the bride, the Hiiragi clan since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we decided to stay in Ritou until Lady Hiiragi is ready to come with us. We apologize. It was not our intention to stay here so long. We promise our presence here will not impact ordinary people's lives. We can only hope that the leaders of the Hiiragi clan will start to cooperate. If this stalemate continues, who knows? Sir Kujou might give us orders to be less accommodating.
These people from the Tenryou Commission have been here for days now.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiiragi. But what?
I heard that the Kanjou Commission suddenly said they don't want Lady Hiiragi. To be honest, I'd be hesitant if I were her. A crowd this size comes to Ritou? Who knows what they could be planning?
Shh, stay quiet. Someone might hear you.
Right. Sorry.
Hiiragi Chisato is now at the center of every conversation in Ritou. By now, the Kanjou Commission probably knows. Let's go and see.
This job's so much easier now that I don't have to check everyone's travel permits.
Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on out there.
Don't worry, we can explain everything. So, what happened was...
After the Tenryou Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. They keep having secretive discussions and won't allow me to have any direct... I never would have thought that this was Sir Kamisato's plan. I'm sorry. I haven't. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything would be easier if I simply didn't... I used to tell myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But once I saw the notices appearing out of nowhere on the streets, signaling that I didn't feel reassured at all. Instead, I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. This is supposed to be my bright and beautiful future. I can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, I should absolutely but that's not the answer I'm looking for. And also, now that things have escalated to this point...
Ah, Lady Hiiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. You... Wait, you're the ones who were with the Yashiro Commissioner that day. What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to convince Lady Hiiragi to leave?
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just here...
Friends? Are you sure? Lady Hiiragi, I told you already, these are exceptional. You are extremely important to us. And to... Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat. Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. Her arrival might well be your very last chance to fix. The present state of affairs in Ritou shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you could hope to control it. If this is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation and take responsibility.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the others right away.
Good job, Chisato. You handled that well.
I was so nervous. But I thought things are now so critical that I should at least give it a try. And it worked for... Yes, well, let's wait and see what happens. I hope they...
We had a serious discussion and reflected on our mistakes. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of the situation here. Everyone is besides themselves. I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and duplicitous. I was selfish and ignored the greater good. Would you please give us a second chance? For my lady's sake, please give the Kanjou Commission another chance. I suppose you're right. The only person who can change the Tenryou Commission's mind will be the Yashiro Commissioner. We'll head off to the Kamisato estate shortly and beseech him to help us with the utmost sincerity. Lady Hiiragi, might I ask you to join us? You are the most important person. Without... Hey, aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me. Yashiro Commissioner, I'm sure you've heard the news. The Tenryou Commission has now occupied Ritou, refusing to leave until we hand Lady... I realize I have greatly offended you with my atrocious actions. And I realize also that this must sound like the very height of absurd...
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. I fear this leaves no time for small talk. So, please, if you would be so kind, get straight...
I know our apology means nothing to you, but we really have nothing else left to offer by this point. I'm terribly sorry. Lady Hiiragi is indispensable to us. We promise to always support her. So, would it be at all possible for you to talk to Sir Kujou once more?
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will be ridiculed by the public if we choose to withdraw the notices now and eat our word. To lose face for the Tri-Commission is to bring shame to Her Excellency. Are you and your associates ready to face the...
We'll take full responsibility. We'll publish a new notice and hold a conference to explain the situation. We'll do everything we can to minimize the impact.
Master Matsura, you should have... But the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first, regardless of what's... If the situation in Ritou is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiiragi and the inhabitants of Ritou are innocent. If we fail to contain the situation promptly, the rumor mill will wreak havoc on the Tri-Commission's reputation. Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to. But they can also... And as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets.
Yes, I understand.
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir Kujou for you. But I can't get...
I understand. Thank you for...
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a...
Okay, then please excuse me.
Ah, yes, Lady Hiiragi. I have something to tell you.
Oh? Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person just now.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. As a commissioner, the almighty Shogun trusts me to do her will. I did as I should, but now I'd like to take off my commissioner hat and share a personal
Oh, please.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through an extremely difficult period. My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan long ago, and my mother loved him dearly. She passed soon after. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Yashiro Commission. Behind the scenes, everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost power. That made my sister and me nothing but burdens hindering the ambitions of others. It may sound preposterous now, but I assure you that is the truth of what the Yashiro Commission has been through.
Huh. Pretty similar to how the Kanjou
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in. While I desperately looked around for powerful supporters, I endured smear campaigns. I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents' dying wishes, and I also had a young I didn't mind what became of me, but my family. No one can ever be. Fortunately, I persisted, and the Kamisato clan was able to
I think I now know where my sense of loss and confusion was coming from. Shinnojou once told me that he saw what was in me, in a way that no one else did. I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married.
The reason why Sir Kujou was able to face the prospect of marriage so confidently.
That's it. The situation I'm facing now is the same one when his clan was in crisis, he bravely drew his blade and challenged. It is time for me to make a stand and become my own person.
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, your father will be able to... It might not sound exciting, but this kind of personal growth is a necessary step in the pursuit.
And I'm sure I can get there. I will use this as an opportunity to take over the responsibilities of the Hiiragi clan. I'll think about this puts less pressure on Kamaji, and means I can support and protect myself without having to worry about becoming a burden or dependent on someone else.
My best wishes to both of you were and remain heartfelt.
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. I am grateful for... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to deal with back home.
Take care, Lady Hiiragi. I'm confident that on your return, you...
Yes. In fact, my recent experience suggests the same.
She really has the air of a leader now. Hats off to you too, sir. Everyone thought there was no way...
In fact, counter-checking is a perfectly common maneuver in the game of chess. Our rival this time was easy to deal with. He was smart, but short-sighted, and sloppy.
Even so, Paimon could never come up with a plan that kind... Anyway, it's kind of a relief to see that Chisato...
I agree. Stability in Inazuma benefits me as well. I wasn't about to... Well, the fact is, perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life's pursuit. But for me, a stable nation is the prerequisite for a stable Yashiro Commission. Only then can the Kamisato clan and the other But human desire will always be a factor in the equation. This is not the first situation of its kind, nor will... All I have tried to do is make sure the three parties to the Tri-Commission serve to restrain each other. Stasis is not the only form of stability. Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady Hiiragi is now. I think I did her a sizable favor in that regard. Dealing with the Hiiragi clan will be much easier for her than navigating a new and unfamiliar one.
There were so many things at play over this... wait a second! You weren't trying to stop the wedding...
I thought straight away it was bad timing. If you choose to give up your stance on something once, you'll be having to... I didn't want to see her suffer because she didn't realize what she was getting into. Now, she has the chance to become her own person.
Okay then, guess we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Farewell, and profuse thanks to you both. I shall have...
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Everything was perfect. Well, except for one minor detail. I somehow ended up...
Didn't you like it? I distinctly remember...
Oh!
The Traveler had one of those as well.
I'm sure she's made a great impression on you.
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have been more guarded against me had... It wouldn't have been so easy to get to the heart of the matter.
There you go again, my lord. Placing the focus on other people.
Naturally. Ah, yes. Now that we're...